Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturdays with Tara. I'm Mary Beth at the Law of Attraction Club, on the web at theloaclub.com. This Hangout on Air presents our theme for the week. If you're live with us on this Hangout, you're welcome to join us on our conference line for our continued discussion after the Hangout. Please dial in using the number on your screen. We'd love to hear your questions and comments. Our discussion of the theme for the week also continues on our open call each week on alternating Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're watching the recorded video, we'll be adding pop-up links with more information about us and our extended audio recording. Robin will be bringing through Tara for us today, so we welcome Robin and Tara.
Welcome. Last week we began with this. To make a change in your life, you make a new belief choice and then you line up with it. That's it. The fundamental process really is that simple. But even simple processes are not easy to follow if you've developed some strong patterns of belief that sabotage your best efforts to make those changes. So today we're going to really get into one of the really effective tools you can use to help replace those old patterns: positive self-talk. This is the how, why, and when of law of attraction affirmations. What works, what doesn't work, and how to tell the difference. Let's recap the fundamentals. Most of you are focused on so-called physical things. So to you, the most important thing about the law of attraction is that it shapes everything you would call physical, you and the world around you. But it's important to understand that it's much more than some would portray it, as merely one of 5 or 500 other various cosmic laws. It's the universal and foundational principle that shapes every single thing you experience. Also, and not often discussed, is the fact that it also shapes the very consciousness that's you and everything spiritual you intersect with. If there are other cosmic laws in your world, they exist because you choose to believe they do, and because law of attraction surrounds you with your own personal matching context. A version of the world that precisely matches your tapestry of beliefs and expectations. There's not one single thing that's external to you that has any fundamental control over what flows into your experience. There's no spiritual entity expecting things of you and judging you or guarding over you. There's no karma, luck, fate, or alignment of the stars that can impact you in the slightest, unless by your beliefs you create the apparent existence of those things. You create it all. When you choose new beliefs and expectations and line up with them, you change and your context changes. Lining up means getting what you know and expect consciously to line up with what you know and expect subconsciously. When you made those old belief choices that are no longer serving you, you practice them into your expectation tapestry. As you discover new things you are now choosing to believe, it's important to practice those new choices into a new version of that tapestry. That's where affirmations can play a key role. Affirmations are conversations designed by your conscious mind to teach your subconscious mind a new truth about you. There are no rules, but here's what we suggest as the 3 most important concepts. 1, always something positive, never the absence of a negative. 2, always first person, present tense. This is about you. I am, I have, etc. 3, say them, think them, and make sure you feel good about them. When you're feeling good, you're moving in the right direction. When you're feeling bad, you're moving in the wrong direction. You see, it's your subconscious mind that's really handling all the detail of your life. If it didn't, you couldn't function. It makes 99.9% of the decisions about you and your everyday existence. So if you're desirous of stepping away from default creation, which is to say you want to deliberately choose a new story, and to some extent you will do, here's what you actually need to do, what this whole discussion is all about. You have to teach your subconscious to tell that new story. You can speak positive sounding words about being affluent until the cows come home. But if your tapestry still has that old story about money doesn't grow on trees, you cannot experience abundance. So let's repeat our definition of law of attraction affirmations. They are conversations designed by your conscious mind to train your subconscious into telling a new story. So now let's get down to the nuts and bolts of designing affirmations and using them. We're going to suggest some guidelines and give you some examples. But remember, these are for you. And there's nobody else with exactly the same story or the same world. So explore what works for you. Also remember, this is not about going through the motions and not just about saying words. This is about making real changes. It's about thinking and imagining new things and feeling good about it. Some examples. I'm a powerful creator. I love the way in which I confidently attract the things I want into my life. My greatest joy is in deciding what I want and then consciously creating it in my world. I'm stepping more and more into a world of abundance. My life has become an adventure, an exciting, wondrous place of discovery. I find myself more and more each day in the awareness of who I am. It's a place of peace and power and fun and freedom. Sometimes you may feel these direct statements are too much of a shift to really feel good when you say them. When that happens, you can soften them with, I'm finding my way into, or I'm in the process of, or I've decided that, or I'm on my path to. Remember that nothing is more important than that you feel good. I'm becoming a powerful creator. And these affirmations are really helping me to be in that place. I'm in the process of finding my ideal mate, and it's fun to be in eager anticipation. I'm on my way to vibrant health and a life filled with adventure. Sometimes detail can be juicy. Sometimes detail trips you up and you get into the dreaded hows. When that happens, step back from the detail and go general. Did we mention that nothing is more important than feeling good? Specific. I'm attracting to me my ideal partner, tall, dark, and handsome, who enjoys dancing and hiking and sharing great food and good wine. General. I'm becoming truly open to a new and special relationship in which we both discover the joy of true love. Do you remember the story where the fairy godmother grants 3 wishes? Well, you only ever need 1 wish, because then you can wish that every future wish will come true. There's an exact equivalent to that in this affirmation discussion. Not only can you teach your subconscious new stories about you and your world, you can teach it new stories. Here's a universal affirmation that will enroll that powerful servant of yours in the very process of making change easy. I take a time out many times each day to think about who I am and where I'm going. When I do some of my favorite affirmations, I'm discovering more and more the power of pivoting away from negative thinking and stepping powerfully and joyfully into the awareness of my creative power. This is living. And here are some suggestions from our friends Abraham that fall into that category of new story about new stories. I'm being certain now. I'm being clear now. I'm being precise now. I'm being definitive now. I'm being selective now. I'm being deliberate now. I'm having fun now. I'm on my way now. I'm living life now. I'm evolving perfectly now. But now is really good. Now is just right. So how do affirmations work? They paint a new imaginary picture, and your subconscious begins more and more to see this new picture as the new truth about you and your world. So how do you create affirmations? Follow the guidelines above and create powerful first-person present tense pictures of the new you. So why should you focus on this? Because it's one of the most powerful tools you have for aligning yourself at all levels with what you want. So when should you do them? 4 times a day is a good target. Once an hour is better. Twice an hour is even better. If you're ever going to be obsessive compulsive about anything, make it this. We encourage you into your law of attraction affirmations. Be in anticipation of change. Watch for the small signs. Watch for the minor miracles, then the major miracles. Don't watch for my where's my stuff feeling of doubt, but allow yourself to be in quiet but eager anticipation of the new doors that are going to open up before you. Doors that simply didn't exist in that old world of yours. Doors that now lead you naturally and flowingly into life as you always knew it could be. Welcome to the new you in your new matching version of reality. And now let's move to our longer discussion and to your questions.
If you've been live with us on this Hangout, our discussion continues now on our conference line. You're welcome to join us and bring your questions and comments. Use the number on your screen. If you're watching the recorded video, click the pop-up links on your screen for more info about us and the audio of the full call. And if you'd really like to change your life in the next 12 months, we have 2 fantastic programs you can join right now. Check us out at theloaclub.com/programs.